You should watch this show because kickball is the only thing you care about, and the Ad Rock Show is the only show you want to watch all day.
That's a shocker.
This show is brought to you by CustomMake.com. Get your official custom outfit for Kickball 365.
All right, what's up, guys?
Classic Rock. What's happening, old man?
I'm feeling a little old myself, but I'm glad you're back. And I was missing you guys, but here we are, beginning of June. We're 3 tournaments into the year here. Oakley has played in 3
Try
tournaments.
4.
What are we, 4?
Yeah, man.
All right, I can't count.
South Florida, New Mexico, L.A., and Virginia Beach.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Virginia.
It's all right. You've been hanging out at home.
Oakley's played in 3 tournaments now in 4 weeks. So,
I'm 2 for 3. 2 for 3 in June.
2 for 3 in June. In case you had any doubts, this guy's a proven lunatic in the kickball world. So, both you guys, fresh off the plane from Best of the West tournament in L.A. this past weekend.
Whew.
Tell me, guys, how was the West Coast? How are the fields? How are the teams? Competition? Let's hear it.
Man, it was awesome. We had such a great time. This was an outstanding tournament, super well organized, really good competition. The people were so hospitable. Like, all the people that we met were really friendly, and it was just a ton of fun. We enjoyed every minute of it. Yeah,
fields were great. Right next to a little marina right in Long Beach. About a mile away from the host hotel, which was a lot of fun, and about a mile away from the after party. So it was just a blast.
That's great. So does it seem like these teams are catching on to the, I guess, faster play of the East Coast?
I would say definitely. I think that there's a couple of teams out there that can bang with anybody. Sofa King obviously has the pedigree from years of kickball in Waka, and they picked up circuit kickball, no problem. They were lights out all day. One of the surprises that we saw was Los Brew Crew. Those guys are nasty.
Their charges are ridiculous.
Just outstanding.
I actually read that on the message board this week.
AKT had a really good day too. They did well. I think they were a little disappointed by the result. Foster Kids were really good. What's that?
I said AKT was a little slim. They were missing a couple guys.
They were. I think a couple of their top players actually be playing with Sofa King in future circuit events. So even stronger Sofa King.
So they're kind of combining a team just for the circuit?
Yeah, their Sofa King good for the circuit is a combination of AKT and Sofa King good. So they're going to be really good come Vegas. Or excuse me, come New York. Get excited.
Oh, they're coming.
Yeah, they're coming.
Oh, dude, I'm excited now. My hometown.
Yeah, these guys are nobody to sleep on. They are tough kickers up and down the order. The final game, they absolutely exploded on us, putting up 4 runs without even breaking a sweat. It was a pretty brutal first inning.
So, any teams besides the known AKT and Sofa King that stood out to you guys? Are there any players on those teams besides the Charger?
Well, I mean, Los Brew Crew, obviously, they have tremendous athletes. Their girls were awesome. They smoked us. When we got to the bottom of their order and they were kicking like 4 or 5 girls in a row, and we're like, oh, sweet. We'll just get them out 1, 2, 3, and then we'll have 2 girls come up next before the top. Nothing of the sort.
We failed.
Yeah, they shredded us. They were chipping them right over the infield, dropping them in front of the outfielders. They loaded the bases. They ate us up.
10 outfielders with 4 really good girls kicking. They ripped us apart.
Yeah, they're very good, and they love the game. They're smart players. They're super excited. All really nice guys, and they got some speed, big feet. Those guys are going to be nasty.
Yeah.
How did they adjust to the circuit ball? Because I know it plays a little different than the one they're used to.
Well, I mean, I think comments on the message board indicate they had a little trouble adjusting to the rules at first. By the time we saw them in the semifinals, they seemed like old hands at it. Mm-hmm. They were bunting pretty well. Their kicks looked real good. Balls from the Charger to first were just lasers. That guy is just nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, and most of the feedback, we're running the survey right now, most of the feedback was very positive reviews of the ball, so they enjoyed it. They liked it.
All right, so I heard Whiskey Richard, the legends out of Arizona, were rocking.
Those guys.
What went down here?
They mercy ruled the bar. Like, it wasn't even close. They partied so much harder than anyone else. First of all, they showed up at full-on white party. Everyone on the team was in complete white.
Bathrobes, white sandals, flops with like white sheets over them just to cover them. Phenomenal.
It was awesome. There was a stage at the front of the bar which they just completely dominated and dance partied the whole time.
Yeah.
They took no shoes off to some place, and I don't even know what happened. I mean, dude, they got after it, and they had a pretty good day on the field. I mean, I think they were disappointed with how things turned out in terms of scores, but they looked pretty good to me. They had some good bunners. Their pitcher is nasty, and I think they're a solid team.
Where was the bar, the host bar for this event?
On the strip down there.
Yeah. Do you remember what it was called? Ed?
Panama Joe's. I think it's a local kickball bar. Yeah. So they had great drink specials, great music. It was packed.
Yeah, it was a little on the crowded side. I mean, it probably would have been a little nicer if it were just kickballers, but still, it was an awesome time.
Yeah.
Good. And most importantly, how's our legendary awkward Zach going?
He's great, man. He had standing underpants on at the field. He's growing his hair out long. He's
he had a little style going for the all-white party.
Yeah, man.
Hair slicked back and everything.
He was all over it, man. He seems to be in fine form.
I missed that guy, man. I missed him in Florida. Well, he was there, but I didn't see him that much.
Well, you'll see him in Vegas.
Of course. He's everywhere.
He is.
He's everywhere. So,
I mean, sorry, go ahead, Ad-Rock.
With all this you're talking about, you think you'd go back? You think we're sending it maybe a non-available? You think it's going to be a big tournament next year?
I am going to push really hard to take the Shower Hammers next year. I had just an outstanding time. I think it's a very well-run tournament. There's lots of competition. It's a fun trip. I mean, I think Memorial Day weekend makes it a little tough. It makes the travel a little bit of a headache. But I definitely am going to try to bring the Shower Hammers next year.
Yeah, this was a very well-run tournament. We were thrilled to work with Steven and his fiance, and we just had a blast. They had the music going all day. He had announcements going all day. Did a great job with volunteers and refs. And, next year, by far, 20-plus teams, it's going to be great.
Yeah, I think we're talking about, my team's talking about trying some new tourneys next year, just getting out, checking out some other stuff, and hopefully heading to L.A. And speaking of this tourney being awesome, I was emailed a link of some really sick pictures from the tournament this weekend. I'll post the link at the bottom here.
Yeah.
So I'll check them out. You guys saw them. I
believe that was Patty from Wake and Bake. I hope I'm not mistaken, but I saw him there with his nice Canon camera, and those pictures are just outstanding. Yeah. I mean, that guy is a real sports photographer. So I mean, those are great. Check out the link. Check out some images of especially the finals. Great stuff.
All right, and actually, speaking of the team that Patty's on, give me a rundown of who was there.
Well, I mean, obviously the number one seed Sofa King was there in fine form, run by Max, friend of the podcast. They were killing it. Max is a super nice guy, runs a tight ship. He's a great player. He seemed to have a great day. I mean, things didn't go their way in the final, but they played well all day. We had AKT. I got a chance to meet face-to-face with Tyler, friend of the podcast, and his wife, Kelly. Awesome. Super nice people. Love them. Psyched about kickball. Really fun. Had a great time hanging out with them at the bar. Los Brew Crew that we mentioned, an up-and-coming team with some talent. Their captain, Sergio, is a really cool guy. I got to talk to him for a little while. I hope he's out there watching. Sergio said he watched the podcast, so giving you a shout-out, man. And then Whiskey Richard, the Arizona team that we mentioned before that absolutely crushed the bar. Those guys were there killing it.
Phenomenal.
Foster Kids, formerly Monster Cartel, I think, with some new additions. Maybe didn't get as far in the tournament as they had hoped to, but I think they did real well. I'm sorry we didn't get to play them or see them play.
Yeah.
Ballbusters, we're having a good time. We met them in the last round of pool play. A lot of fun guys on that team. They were. I don't think they won a lot of games, but they had a great time and they were super cool. American Gladiators, up and coming team with some talent that we got a chance to play. And of course, our very own 3 hours ahead from the East Coast, plus 2 NorCals. Let's not forget 12% Northern California.
12.5.
Tom and Chelsea killing it all day. And I think there was one other team whose name I forgot who wasn't in our pool. So sorry, guys, if we forgot you, but we'll give you a shout out on the next show.
Yeah, I mean, everything sounds awesome. Everyone, check out Best of the West in 2012. Think about it. I know I'm trying to get out there for next year.
Megatron.
Megatron, yes, Megatron.
Just realized it.
Nice. Good heads up play, Edmund. Yeah, Megatron. We didn't get to see them play, but that is an awesome name for a kickball team.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I might have to steal that one.
I didn't even see him play yet.
Kickballers and kickballerettes, this is the circuit we're talking about. It's not your daddy's country club. We are the competitive home for kickball in America.
You've heard us talk about it. Kickball 365 produces The Circuit, a collection of top-flight competitive kickball tournaments and events where you can win money and prizes. You ready?
Think your team can compete? Register today at thisiskickball.com. Hey Kickballers, we're here today to announce that at the end of Kickball 365's national tour, the top 64 teams are going to be able to compete in the first ever Circuit Cup Championship. The championship is going to compete for a prize pool of awards and cash over $25,000 with the top 8 teams receiving prize money. It's going to be held on Sunday, October 9th in Vegas. Full social details and everything are going to be announced in June. We've already got the hotel deals and everything announced. So we'll post a link at the bottom so you can find out what else to expect. But the top 16 teams who have already secured their spot, assuring that they've registered for the circuit, are in. And Oakley and Ad-Rock are here to announce which teams from across the country have already qualified. So, Ad-Rock, take it away.
All right, let's start out in Florida. First tournament of the year. We have Fully Loaded, South Florida, Fort Lauderdale. Meatballs, also Fort Lauderdale. Panic Attack, Virginia Beach. Yours truly, Lock It Up, New York City. The last one from Florida.
Congrats, guys.
And from the New Mexico tournament, our top 4 finishers are LA's Sofa King Good. And then 3 teams from New Mexico, Confused Kicks, Mr. Hankies, and Another Ball Bit in Lust. All 4 had bids to the finals from their finishings in New Mexico.
Virginia Beach, we had Panic Attack again, their hometown, winning the tournament. The Situation, also Virginia Beach. Fully Loaded, again, Fort Lauderdale, and Oakley, Kirk Showerhammers from New York.
Finally, from Best of the West, the 4 top finishers are 3 hours ahead, the East Coast team. Again, Sofa King Good earning a second bid, and Los Brew Crew, and Foster Kids.
So congratulations, guys, if your team was called out. Basically, it means that you are a guaranteed spot in the Circuit Cup. If your name was not called out, but you've attended at least one event, your team captain or your team has 30 days to reserve your spot in the Circuit Cup. There are 24 spots remaining for Circuit qualifiers. For more information, visit the URL at the bottom. We'll see you in Vegas.
See you there.
Tournament's going to rock. Be there.
Let's go. Come on. I go on and on and on and we'll take them to the crib unless they're boning. Easy, call them on the phone and platinum Chanel cologne and I stay dressed to impress, spark a bitch interest. Sex is all I expect cause they watch TV in the Lex. They know, 4:15, left the club tipsy, say no more, except how I'm getting home tomorrow. Caesar drop you off with